Ciao, welcome back. This is the last final reality show recap of Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5 Reunion Part 3.
Reality show recap. Reality show recap.
This has been a whirlwind, all right? This has been... I'm your host, Sydney Jenkins. Andy Cohen is still fired because he was still being a messy bitch on this reunion. And I was not liking it at all. That's on period. All right, so let's just get into it. I ain't got no format to this. Fuck that. This is where my confusion lies. I understand the fact that Monique is... Y'all know I'm Team Monique. Okay. And I know I'm a hypocrite because like 5 videos ago I wasn't. I'm Team Monique though. So I understand what she's saying about the plot that was supposed to be had, yada, 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 yada. I get that. The rumor is that Monique was sleeping with her trainer and the baby might be the trainer's and not her husband's Chris, right? Andy is trying to say, if you never said that right now, no one would have ever known because it never aired. Now, production rolled the clip of Giselle being her testimonial, referencing about her messing around with her trainer. To my knowledge, I don't think she did mention the baby. Please check me if I'm wrong. Please check me if I'm wrong on that, in that testimonial or in another episode or whatever the case may be. I don't think a baby was mentioned. So this part 3 was very awkward and uncomfortable for me because it was almost like Monique and her husband Chris was creating a storyline on the reunion whilst talking about an old storyline that never happened. That's just me. That's my point of view. Y'all can check me in the comments if you want. I don't know if something was missed. I don't know if something went over my head. I don't know. But I was like, if y'all would just stop talking about it, people will forget about it. Like, Chris was like, all I'm saying is that when my child is 15, he's gonna... Honestly, I don't think he would have if y'all didn't drag it as much as y'all did during this whole reunion. That was kind of like making me cringe a little bit as much as they kept bringing it up. Because again, I don't remember the kid part being mentioned on the show. I do remember about Giselle talking about the trainer, yada, yada, yada. I do not remember about the kid part. And another thing that I will say is that I do think it was kind of weird when they showed the unseen footage of Chris being like, that baby look like me, right? That baby look like me, like. And I was like, yeah, that was a little weird interaction. Because why would you just come out of nowhere and say that? So I get what Giselle was talking about. But then also on the flip side, I figured that he meant like, yo, like, you know when you're parents and you're like, yo, like, I literally made that baby by myself. Like, that baby looks just like me. Took my whole face. I don't know if he was saying it with that type of context. But the way it was very weird. And Giselle was in that scene, in that unseen footage. She was like, yeah, why would you say something like that? You know, because Giselle messy like that, looking for something to talk about or whatever. And then the next day she brought it to Robin, whatever the case may be. But her bringing it to Robin was another unseen footage. So it was just, I don't know. I was like, I don't get it really, but whatever. Again, I said this before. I just want Monique to stand in her shit and be like, I wasn't fucking with her. She was getting me tight. Da da da. I fought her. That's what it was. When Monique started talking this trauma shit, she was like, my dad used to point in my... And I'm not going to make fun of that because there could be truth to that for sure. That, you know, certain things trigger you and you don't even realize it until you go seek therapy. You know what I mean? So, but it was more like the elaborated explanation. Oh, that fight wasn't about you. It was about my past traumas. And girl, if you don't just stand in your shit, you beat her up, whatever the case may be. That had led to Candace being like, I mean, was you really sorry because you wrote a whole song about it? Monique is like, well, my therapist told me to write you a letter and I wasn't going to do that. So I did what I did. And he's like, I mean, but are you a recording artist? Bitch, is Kim Zolciak? Is Kim Zolciak a recording artist? What are we talking about? There was several housewives that recorded songs. Kenya, Nene, like, what is your beef with Monique, Andy? I've never seen you be such a messy bitch in my life. Like, so biased, like extremely extremely biased, and it was making me so tight. All 3 parts of the reunion. So he's like, well, are you a recording artist? And she's like, I mean, I used to. And then if you can remember when she came on the scene, she was like doing her little raps or whatever. Candace is reading Monique's lyrics or whatever on the thing. And Monique's like, I'm glad she's a fan. And Candace is dumb because you're dead ass giving Monique free promo on a song that I've never heard of. But now I'm gonna Google it and look at it. And then Monique dropped the video last night. I don't think Candace understands what provoking means. I don't think she understands the extent of like that she provokes people, that she nags people on, that she in the corner, in the corner. Giselle was addressing Chris, Monique's husband, at one time, and Monique stepped in and was like, yo, started addressing Giselle, because at the end of the day, I'm the woman here. You gonna talk to me? Don't talk to my husband. In terms of altercations, in terms of the climate of what that conversation was doing, men should talk to men, women should talk to women. And if I'm the woman being right there, I'm gonna address the woman. Don't talk to my nigga. Don't talk to my man. I'm right here. So Monique has stepped in. And Candace is like, are you provoking Giselle? No, bitch, that's not provoking. That's called maturity. That's called holding your man down. That's called stepping in, because this is a woman trying to address my man in a vulgar fashion. If we gonna do that, then talk to me. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Just like, but you wouldn't know anything about that because Chris was screaming at Monique. And that's why Black Chris got up like, yo, my man, you're not finna be screaming at my wife like that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't get that because your wiggle was screaming at Monique. And that's a problem. I'm not about to be sitting there and have my man screaming at a woman. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. That's not grown man business. And nor am I, if my husband is with me, I'm not going to be screaming at a man. I'm going to be screaming at his woman. I'm going to be addressing his woman. And I expect the same from my man. My man don't need to be addressing the woman, address the man, even if it's about his woman. You get what I'm saying? Candace don't get that. She's saying it. Oh, so are you provoking Giselle? Nobody's provoking Giselle or her dumbass security that she brought along. How you gonna bring security and not your own nigga? Maybe you should have hired Jamal to be security so that Jamal could come. So some nigga could be by your side. The fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, yo, she's so freaking dramatic. It irks my nerves. Giselle gonna come. Okay, what I will say is that Black Chris, Monique Chris, was out of line. He did some Instagram live with Monique and was like, y'all talking about my kid. Y'all lucky I'm not a woman. I will beat y'all the hell up. I wish I could turn into Caitlyn Jenner and beat y'all. Like, it was very homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic altogether. Like, it kind of was. It was very, but Chris did own up to that and was like, I am dead wrong for saying everything that I said. And I regret saying it. I apologize. I was speaking out of frustration because that was a response to Candace going live and saying some things or whatever the case may be. Giselle, again, just want to make a moment. Just want to make a moment. Like, Bravo don't have their own security guards. But when Giselle brought a security guard to Karen's house when Monique wanted to talk to all of them. Because what you thought, Monique was going to be just ragging bitches left and right? Are you dumb? Oh my God, she irks my nerves. And she's like, and then the thing that irks me is that you bring this security guard and then she turned to the book of Candace and like, she'll say little snarky remarks to try to get a reaction out of Chris. Like, what the fuck is he standing up for? Sit him the fuck down. Sit him the fuck. You're not like that, Giselle. You're not like that. You're not like that. You're not gonna speak to a woman like that because you know real repercussions could come from speaking to Monique or a woman like that. You're not even like that. So why are you talking like that to Chris? Because you want to get a reaction out of him and you want to see if he can turn into a monster or whatever. Or you want to see if he lives up to the word that he said on the live. I don't know any of them from a hole in the wall, but you could tell he was running his mouth or whatever. And again, he stood in his apology. He was accountable for himself. So Giselle, for you to be running your mouth, sitting in your fake ass security who's scared of Chris, the security guard was sitting there like, oh God. Like, come on, bro. What is you doing? What are you doing? Bravo had their own security, so you just did that for theatrical nature. Get the fuck out of here. And then on top of that, when the husbands left the stage, Black Chris and White Chris. I'm sorry, I don't know their last names. Chris Samuels, which is Monique's husband, and Chris, what is Candace's last name? White Chris. They went backstage and they kind of like hugged it out and was like, yo, you know, you kind of talk crazy. Let me tell you something. If I'm beefing with them, you're beefing with them. I don't give a fuck. Call it immature. I don't care. I do not care. There's no way I'm beefing with a woman. That means his husband's connected to that. We don't mess with them. I don't care if you're friends. And same thing, if my husband don't mess with a guy, I'm not fucking with his wife. Even I don't care how close of a friends we are. I don't care. Until that gets resolved, let them resolve it. Then we could be cordial again. But I'm not about to kiki, hug it up, dap it up. Oh, I didn't like the way you screamed at my wife. The fuck out of here. I don't play that. I don't like it. If I'm beefing with them, they beefing too. We all beefing. Fuck out of here. I'm not playing that. And I'm not saying that you gotta throw jabs and throw ugly words and just don't say anything at all. Yo, and then Robin's segment, bro. When that segment started playing, I really was like, I don't want to do it. Like, why are they about to waste our time? Why are they about to waste 10, 20 minutes of our time? Don't nobody want to see Robin whack ass segment or whatever the hell. Her segment was just, oh God. And then again, Juan is working. Yeah, okay, girl. Okay, girl. So anyway, Juan working or whatever. And Andy asked Chris Samuels about how did he feel about their, you know, was he happy for their union or whatever. And again, weirdly enough, Chris brings up the child situation again. And I don't know, again, it's only weird to me because I don't remember a kid being brought up or aired online. Like, maybe that was the intention, maybe what they was trying to do, but I don't think that ever aired. So that's extremely weird to me that they kept on bringing up the kid situation. But anyway, so Andy asks Chris Samuels, how did he feel about their union, yada, yada, yada. Chris is like, I can't think straight because I'm thinking about my kid and da-da-da-da-da. Andy's like, yeah, we spoke about this for 2 hours, bro. Like, almost like, get over it. And low-key, I was kind of sort of agreeing, like, bro, like. And then Robin's like, I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here. I am so glad. We don't even have anything to do with it. I am so glad Juan Dixon is here. Juan Dixon isn't here. Because what was Juan going to do but kiki with Michael Darby? Like, what was Juan really going to do? We're glad Juan wasn't there either. Juan is glad that Juan wasn't there either. Like, girl, bye. She get on my nerves. Goodness gracious. With that being said, Monique got on live after the reunion aired and announced that she won't be returning back. It is unfortunate so there's several things that's being said because all of them received their contracts a few days ago, like 2-3 days ago. All of them received their contracts. People are thinking and suggesting that maybe her contract was only being offered to be demoted. Like, remember when Portia beat Kenya's ass? She was, or was it because she beat Kenya's ass, or it was because she was in on that Phaedra thing? Either way, remember there was a season that Portia was demoted from having a peach to just being like in that Marlo kind of position, that Tanya position. People are saying that she was probably offered that. Like, you can just be like a side character. She probably declined it because she probably didn't think it was worth the money or her integrity. Whether people like it or not, Monique made the storyline. And then that might put Potomac, it's bad because that really might put Potomac back to like a lower state because that means 3 of the castmates don't have a storyline. Robin and Giselle was only Candace's friend because they wasn't even her friend. They was just teaming up just to knock Monique out. Candace don't like Monique. And Candace's whole storyline was about Monique at the end of the day. Everybody's storyline was about Monique last season. Having Monique stay and them work that out because eventually they would have. Let's be serious. We've seen the biggest of fights on these franchises. And you think they never get back together in a season or 2, they back to kikiing. We've seen it. We've seen Cynthia rip up her friend contract with Nene, and then a season later, they were back to kikiing. Like, it happens all the time. And it helps build character development. It helps with plot twists. It helps with these things. And Potomac's just not seasoned enough to be having what we consider main characters quitting. Call it for what it is. Andy don't like her, but she made the show. Monique was the plot of every single episode, and she wasn't in episodes after like the 7th, 8th episodes, and there's like 19 episodes. And she literally was brought up for at least 2-3 segments of every episode after that, even whether she was in that segment or not. She is a fan favorite. So to lose that, you're going to lose viewers. Yeah, people gonna tune in for the first few episodes or whatever, but if the shit ain't catching, if it's not catching, and it goes back by a lot, because Potomac took off by a lot this season. It took off by a lot and got a lot more viewers, yada yada yada. Whether it be quarantine, whether it be because of fight, whether it be. So it took off. So for it to go that and then possibly reel back like down, it's not gonna be a good look. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who's interesting enough to put on an interesting plot line. I wish Robin would go, but Robin's probably gonna use her being married and getting married as a storyline. Actually always have a hot storyline on the side with her messy ass husband. Giselle gotta make up a storyline. I don't know what Wendy's gonna do. Candace girl, they should have gave us seat and just the Kleenex tissues and a yellow dress too. Because what the fuck this bitch kept crying for? Oh my God, and I'm a crier, so don't get me wrong. I am a crier. But girl, every single minute is, oh God, I don't want to do this. Her lashes was big as fuck. I don't want to do this. I'm like, oh my God. Like, please, can we get commentary from the tissue? Because, like, this is a lot. The tissue didn't even sign up for all this. I'm sure it wasn't in the tissue's contract to be having this much airplay. Because, God damn. Jesus Christ, like, every freaking second. I didn't want to do it. It hurts me. Oh, my God, when Candace and Karen went back. So, apparently, I told you I was going to be all over the place. Apparently, because Karen had tweeted the green-eyed bandits, you know, and trying to like say that they was playing into that fight as well, and Candace didn't like that, and I think the whole cast was trying to play a numbers game and wanted it to be like us against Monique and let's push Monique out, and Karen just wasn't vibing with that. Is what I get from that. And so Candace is like, you wasn't trying to hold Monique accountable, you put it on Robin and Giselle. In the midst of her saying that, she also said, you need to burn in hell, da 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 da. Karen didn't take too kindly of that. So Karen went to the Bravo boss, the Bravo producers, whatever the case may be, and was like, yo, in my contract it says that I can get psychological help, and it seems like Candace needs to be reminded that she can as well. So I would love for that to happen for her, because she's over there sending me threats. Candace is like, that is not a threat. It wasn't a threat, you might have felt threatened, but it wasn't a threat. I'm like, bitch. You sure is good at playing dumb. That's a fucking fact. Because, bitch, if at the end of the day, for you to be like, you need to burn in eternal hell to someone who's your friend, of course they feel threatened. And then she's like, oh, but I thought you were my friend. I thought you were my friend. I'm like, yo, Candace is a lot, and she really needs to grow up. She really needs to grow up. And Karen's not with the bullshit. She was like, I do not regret anything I say. I stand in what I say. I still think you need some help. And that's why I fucks with Karen. That is mother, okay? That is mother, okay? Like, I just love how mature she is. I love how she's standing her shit. I love that she lies and knows it and then comes back and be like, well, I had to do what I had to do. And Candace over there crying, boo-hooing once again. The Kleenex tissue was like, oh, shit. Let me go back on set real quick. She crying again. Like, Jesus Christ, Candace. Like, goddamn. That show was crazy, and I do hope Monique comes back. I do hope that she gets a healthy raise. I don't know what the show's gonna be like without Monique. Speaking of what shows are gonna be like, Real Housewives of Atlanta, instead of playing episode 3, they played a special of Cynthia and her daughter Noelle recapping an episode from last season. Now make it make sense. Come on now. Are you telling us you really don't have nothing for us? That by the 3rd episode, you got to put a filler episode? I just don't think that Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be a good season this season. I don't think they have enough drama. I don't think they have enough storylines. And to be fair, they taped this during quarantine. So, but like, damn. because people are saying, oh, because Nene's not there, da, da, da. I don't really think Nene's absence is the reason of Real Housewives of Atlanta not being as great as it usually is. Yo, they was taping, and then not only were they taping during quarantine, they was taping during the peak of quarantine. Like, outdoor dining wasn't like, I'm sure they was taping like in the beginning where like we were all taking it super serious, like taking our clothes off at the door type shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it was but so much they can do, and all they could do is just house hop to one another's houses. I mean, which is what they did before. I'm not gonna lie. I have so much invested in Real Housewives of Atlanta that like, it's like I can't just stop now. People was also saying, okay, if Monique really is quitting Potomac, maybe if she moved to Atlanta. And I was like, I wouldn't be mad at that. I think Portia likes her. Because I've seen tweets from Portia, you know, not backing her with the fight, but you know. Oh yeah, now I was watching some after show right after the reunion went off. Some after show had came on where Giselle, Portia, Holly, and another lady was like talking about the reunion or whatever, and the girl Holly was like, Candace and Monique are both wrong. Of course, Monique is more wronger, like, into society because she actually put hands. But, yo, when your words mean things, your words have consequences at the end of the day. Giselle's like, well, we're in America. It's a freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, these nuts. Freedom of speech will get you dragged just like Candace got dragged. Like, y'all too old. At the same token, we're too old to be fighting. But at the same token, we're too old to act like words don't mean shit. That words don't get your ass beat. Like, come on. We really gonna act like that? We really gonna act like words don't mean anything? That provoking is not a real thing? And that's where you reality girls get it messed up. Like, bro, you sitting here and you gonna drag me? Bop! And this concludes our reality show recap with Real Housewives of Potomac reunion special. I am now putting this dress to rest. And I hope to see you guys for the next reality show that I'm into. I'm also going to update you guys on my slim down to the wedding gown update in about a week or so. And I will see you soon. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share. And love you guys. Happy New Year's if I don't see you again. Bye.